What's up guys, my name is Devin, also known as FBE, and welcome back to another episode of Footballrs. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what's on the market right now for skilled football players. A couple weeks ago, we talked about what type of gear you would want for your position, so if you guys haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. But today, we're going to focus all on the products. We're going to give you guys all the information about what's available right now that you guys can buy today. This video is meant for QBs, running backs, wide receivers, and defensive backs, skill guys. The first thing we're going to talk about is helmets. There are a lot of different helmets out there, and they're not necessarily position specific. The first one we're going to talk about, and by far the most popular, is going to be the Riddell Speedflex. We've talked about it a ton on the channel already, so I won't waste too much time, but it's a great football helmet, one of the best out there, a 5-star rated helmet, and the flex panel on the front helps disperse that impact. Now, the new kid on the block from Riddell is going to be their brand new Axiom. This lid features 4 flex panels, no top bar on the face mask, and a built-in visor. The padding in these helmets are custom built to fit each player's head, so if you guys do want one of these, you have to get your head scanned by Riddell, so the only way to really get your hands on one of these right now is to reach out to your local Riddell rep. You can't just buy one on their website. Next up, we have another new lid in the game, and that's going to be the Schutt F7 2.0. This helmet combines some of the technology from the original F7 and the Vicis 02. This helmet still has those same F7 tectonic plates on the top of the shell, but beneath those, they're going to have a reflex layer, which they borrowed from the Vicis helmets. Speaking of Vicis, you could also grab yourself a Vicis 02. These rank as the safest helmet on the market, and they're also incredibly comfortable. Next up, we have Xenith, and they have their Xenith Shadow and then the Xenith Shadow XR. These helmets are super underrated because not only are they pretty comfortable, they also have this really unique chin strap system. The strap actually wraps around the back of your head to kind of give you a nice secure fit on the back, as well as it has the ability to buckle up down here. The next thing we're going to talk about is visors. Now, of course, you do not need a visor, but they're always cool to add to your helmet setup. The main two options are going to be SHOC Visors and Oakley Visors. Both of these companies are excellent options, but if you do go with the SHOC one, we do have a little referral link down in the description for you guys. There are a ton of other brands out there that make visors like Nike, Under Armour, Sleeves, Xenith, Nextrend, and then there's some on Amazon. But if we covered all those, this would be a very long video. The next thing we're going to talk about is something super minor but important. That's going to be a chin strap. Now, you do not need to purchase a chin strap because pretty much every helmet that you get from your team or school is going to come with a chin strap, but it's always a nice addition to your helmet setup. It's going to give you some added comfort and also some added protection. On this channel, we always recommend SportStar. We have them on all of their helmets, and they are actually proven to absorb more contact than any other brand out there. The next thing we're going to talk about is mouthguards. Pretty much every brand out there makes some sort of mouthguard. It's kind of become this space where just everybody's making them. There's Nike, Under Armour, Shock Doctor, Battle Sports, Nextrend, VetX. There's so many options out there. And if you guys are curious what style is best for you when it comes to a boil and bite versus a lip guard, go check out the other skill video when we talk about that. Next thing we're going to talk about is shoulder pads. Now, for your shoulder pads, you're going to want something lightweight that gives you plenty of mobility as a skill player. Schutt has several different shoulder pad options out there in their Maxx collection, and they make them for skill players. I haven't tried the Maxx one specifically, but I've had some Schutt shoulder pads in the past, and they were pretty good. Riddell also has shoulder pads. They have their CPK, CPX, and SPK options, and all of those come in a skill version. Now, if you guys want something a little bit more affordable, Xenith has an excellent velocity line. We've talked about it a little bit on the channel, and they're pretty good for the price. And if you guys have a big budget, I do highly recommend the Xtech X2s. These are some of the best in the game and worn by most of the pros. Then on that note, Douglas also makes a lot of really good skill options, another one that's super popular in the NFL. Now, our personal favorite is going to be the 2-in-1 shoulder pads. These things are incredible. They're super light, super protective, and the range of mobility in these is incredible. I can't recommend them enough, but they are pretty expensive. Next up, we're going to talk about accessories. Now, as far as accessories, pretty much everybody makes accessories now. There's back plates, arm sleeves, turf tape, leg sleeves, bicep bands. There's so much stuff out there, and pretty much every brand makes them. Nextrend, Sleeves, Battle Sports, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, all those guys make some sort of accessory. So go find what you like and buy it, rock it. The next thing we're going to talk about is my favorite, and that's going to be gloves. For skill players, there are a lot of different receiver glove options out there. Let's talk about them. From Nike, you can grab the super popular and great performing Nike VaporJet 7.0. And that's it. That's all Nike really has as far as a pure receiver glove. But from Jordan, you do get a couple more options. You can grab the Jordan Jet 7.0, which is the exact same glove as the VaporJet 7.0, but with some different design details. You can also grab the Jordan Fly Lock. We did 2 videos on these. They are excellent, but they are pretty expensive. This is kind of like that high quality premium receiver glove out there. It's really good, but $65 is a lot. Lastly, from Jordan brand, you might still be able to get the Jordan Knit 4.0. These kind of released either last year or the year before, but they're still kind of floating around in some stores, and they're pretty good lightweight receiver glove. Now on to Adidas. Adidas has their brand new Adizero 13.0 receiver gloves. We have yet to do a full review on them, but I do have a couple pairs, and they're pretty good. From Under Armour, you've got 2 options. You have the F8 and the Blur. Both of these gloves have their glue grip, and they actually perform pretty well. From Cutters, they're still rolling with the Cutters Rev Pro 5.0, which is a great glove, definitely one of the better ones on the market. Their C-Tac grip is unbelievable. There are also some other really good brands out there. Gripboost has their Stealth models. Nextrend has their G1 and G2, I think. Battle has a couple different ones. Phenom Elite has some. Massive, who we talked about on the channel a couple weeks ago, and then Sleeves has some gloves as well. These brands all have some pretty solid lineups, and we've talked about some on the channel already. We're hoping to review all of them soon. The next thing we're going to talk about is cleats. For cleats, this year has been pretty weak in comparison to past years, but still pretty solid. From Nike, we have 3 new speed cleats. We have the Nike Vapor Edge 360 Speed, Pro, and Elite. They all come in at different price points. The Speeds are $95, the Pros are $120, $125, and then the Elites are $200. These cleats are super similar to their last model, but they still perform pretty good and probably are some of the best skill cleats on the market. They have the same edge traction plate, which is one of the best in the game. It's a 2-piece plate with edge studs at the outermost parts of your foot, so when you go to cut in these, it feels so natural and so quick. From Adidas, they are re-rolling the Adidas Adizero 12.0 and the 12.0 Primeknit. So nothing new from the 3 stripes for skill guys. Like I said, same cleat as last year, and they are still overall a pretty good cleat. They do have triangle studs, which are incredible. They just grip into the ground so much better than the past Adizero models, which had circle studs. From Under Armour, they have the Under Armour Spotlight Clone 3.0 and the Blur Smoke 2.0. I think Under Armour is finally getting back on the right track with their football cleats and their football space as a whole. They perform really good, and they also look pretty good. There you guys have it. There's all the skill products available to you guys here in year 2023. Hopefully there's some more stuff that drops soon, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys bought for your upcoming football season. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, like the video, comment what you guys want to see from us in the future, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. My name is Devin, also known as FBE, and thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of Footballrs.